So we've talked about e-commerce before, the key things to focus on in order to make that a success. There's a similar thing with data where there's loads of stuff that you could be looking at, but what's important to focus on?
At top of my list would be achieved margin.
And what's that?
Well, so, with one item, I buy it for X, I sell it for Y, the gap in between is the margin I make. But as a retailer, you tend to buy more than just one of something. And you know that that's going to take a period of time to sell it. And let's say it's the season, you know that over the season, the value of that product is going to diminish. And that's never truer than when new season stuff starts being talked about, because people are starting to turn their attention to what's coming out, not what's currently available. So there's a sweet spot for maximizing margin. But over the course of the season, you're going to average a margin for each individual sale of that thing.
Yeah. And so you're looking at that on a product level?
I wouldn't normally recommend doing that. The typical retailer won't have enough depth of any one SKU to drag anything meaningful out of it. Does that make sense? So I'd lift up, and my view would be across the brand instead.
Why?
So it's a good indicator of what's working for me inside my business. If I've got brand A and brand B, and let's just for simplicity's sake say they've got a similar rate of sale and I've got a similar level of investment in both, then that dimension of average achieved margin across time tells me which one's working better for me.
Okay. So you're looking at your brand mix and comparing.
Yeah. So, what I would do with that information is I'd say, okay, so they sell relatively well, but I achieve better margin from this brand over that brand. So next season, I'm going to adjust what I invest in both. So rather than have a similar amount of money invested in both, I'm going to adjust and put more money into this one than that one, because the demand for this is good, the speed at which it sells is good, and the margin is better, which means there's more money in my bank account, which allows me to invest in the business, in the team, or increasing my stock position next year, so I keep growing.